So for starting adding the material to this section, I am going to select it first and then going to the attributes. And in attributes, the first thing is generate polygroups. And as you can see, when we do this adds different colors for different sides of this object. I'm going to accept this. The next part is to define how these sections are going to be painted. And as you remember, if not, I'm going to present it to you again. We have basically two sections. We have this section on the top, which is about, I guess it's some kind of wood, very dark wood. And the second part, which is another kind of rocks, and probably the bottom will be another one. So I'm going to divide this in three different sections to apply three different kind of surfaces that I will bring from Quixel. So to do this, well, in fact, I don't have to care about this part on the bottom because it is different to this one. So I can just cut this in two sections, the one on the top and the one on the bottom. So let's go to that. The next part is select this option that says paint polygroups. And in paint polygroups, you're going to pick the sections that are going to be part of this polygroup. So in this case, I'm going to start with this part on the top. I'm painting just the section on the top. Yes, here, good. And I'm also going to paint this and this. Excellent. And I'm going to remove this with Shift. And this one, correct. And yes, I got to remove this one. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky because I want to paint this one. So let me reduce the size of the brush to the minimum. Excellent. There we go. Remove this section and this section. These are not going to be painted. Neither this one. These ones neither. Just in case I pick them by error. I don't want these sections to be painted. There you go. Excellent. And neither this one. Okay, and the other side? No. But probably this small section here. Absolutely. Let me check the other. Looking really good. And this one on the top. That's the other one I need. Excellent. This is the first section that I'm going to create, and I'm going to accept. Now let's paint this section that we selected a moment ago with the material that I picked. And in fact, let me give a look to these materials that we have here. They are not exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm going to use the one I downloaded, which is, it was like an old texture. Let me see. All rotten wood, all rotten wood. This is the one. So now I select the object, edit material, but instead of using brush, I will select all in group. As soon as I click on one element on one side of this group, look that all of them are selected. And now I can say, well, let me add a new material. In fact, it's going to be, let me create a copy of this material instance. Duplicate. And I'm going to call this one dark, because I'm going to make it a bit darker. And add it here. Select the material and assign the material. Fantastic. So here we have it. Right. This is the effect that I wanted to create. Now, a couple of things. First of all, I wish to correct the material and probably the size of this thing, because it's not looking exactly correct. So let me go to the UVs and I'm going to make the UV unwrap. That's the first part. Now, as you can see, the materials is starting to look a lot better. And now I'm going as well to the layouts UV, and let me scale this a lot. Right now is 10. Let me try 5 and see how it looks. I think that I would like that 10, but let me get a bit closer and see the material. Yeah, I think I will go. Let's go to 8, and let's go to 10. Yeah, I think I'm going to like 10. And the next part is I want this material to be a bit darker. So I will select the albedo, and instead of white, I want something to be very, very dark. And that's it. Let me save, close, and this is the material looking really, really dark. Excellent. So this is the first part. Now the other part is about the rocks. What is going to be here on the rocks? In fact, you can unlit the object, and here we have the two materials very well differentiate them. And let's go unlit, select the object again, and now I would say, okay, I want to paint but the other section. What are we going to do? Well, as we did a moment ago, we have the generation of the polygroups, and now I'm going to say paint, but I'm going to first saying, okay, all this that we selected a moment ago, I don't want them anymore. These are not the ones that we're going to paint. So let me unselect them all and go to the other side, unselect them. Excellent. And of course, the top. Unselect them, sorry, unselect them. To unselect is you use the key shift, by the way, just for you know. And now I'm going to select the ones on the bottom, which are all these, not using the shift. Now I'm going to select the parts of the bottom. All this and all this as well. We get to this side. Excellent. Let me make this a bit smaller to be a lot more precise. Good. This is excellent. Let me check here and this section. Fantastic. So now we have the other selection that we wanted. And in this case, I'm going to accept again. And I forgot to look for some rocks that could be similar. Let me get here. Similar to these rocks. Let's go to bridge. And in bridge, I will try, let me see rocks, or in any case, it could be rocks or it could be stones. I found these tile stones, created stone facade. You can find it here in stones. I am going to, in principle, I'm going to take this one. So let me download it. If I'm not going to use it, we'll see in just a second. And cobblestone, floor, granite, limestone. This is not exactly what I'm looking for. We're going to check the walls in just a moment. Okay, we have that one. Let's go to the wall and see if we can find something even more at the style that we are looking for. Probably this one could be flagstone wall. I think this looks a lot as in the style of what we're looking for. This one as well looks very similar in fact, this flagstone. And let me try this one. This is looking great as well. It looks more for the floor, but it is a wall stone. It's interesting. It's really interesting. What I told you guys, you can be here for hours playing until you get the right combination. I'm going to take the flagstone. So let's go download. This way I have two different kind of surfaces for stones. Okay, add to the project. And now we select the object, edit materials. I am going to select all in group. So as soon as I pick one, I should be able to pick the rest. I don't know why these guys are not picked. Oh, because they are separated. Okay, no problem. They're separated, but now that I pick one, I'm going to pick the other. which is really great. Let me confirm that nothing on the top has been picked. Oh, look at this. I missed this side, so I have to fix it later. All right. And now I can add the stones. So let's go and add another one. And in this case, I guess this is carpet old rotten. No, this is not goat. Flagstone. This is the stone that I'm looking for. So I am going to create again a different instance. So let me duplicate, because I want to do this a bit more brownish. And now I'm going to move this one here. Oh no, the brown one. This one here. I'm going to select the material, which is the second one, and then I assign the material. Fantastic. As you can see, the material at this moment is very, I would say, very small. I want to make it the tiles to look a bit bigger. So what are we going to do? Well, first we accept this, and now for this section, let me go to the UVs, UV unwrap. I'm going to accept. Yes, it's because this is 1024. In this case, I have to do something a bit different. This is because I need to only to affect these elements that are on the bottom. So as I want just to affect the size of the materials here, I am going to select the transform UV, so I can select specifically the objects where are the UV that I want to transform. So let's say this one, and I'm going to scale it. Let me try 2, 2, and 2. I think it's looking great. 2, 2, in fact, because the other scale is not needed. Let me try to scale this one 2 and 2 as well. And now this one 2 and 2. Good. Let me scale this one now by 2 and 2. Excellent. Let me go to this one 2 and 2. Great. This is the size that I'm looking for. Again, 2 and 2. Now this one 2 and 2. This one 2 and 2. This one 2 and 2. Let's go to the other side. Get here 2 and 2. This is looking really, really great. Okay, fantastic. So now I have the size of the material that I'm looking for. And the chimney is looking better and better. So let me correct this small section that we have here that I missed for a second. So again, is going to be, I'm sorry, here, I'm going to paint the material, but just for these guys that are here. And I don't know why I missed this too. So let me check, edit materials and all in group. And the material here was this. Let me put in, oh, wait a second. Let me select the second material and assign material. Now it is working. Perfect. Now I finish everything. Looking great, guys. Looking really, really great. Okay, excellent. So with this, we finished the chimney. Let me go and see this from the back. Looking great. Oh, I'm just missing the floor. So let's do a couple of things first. Let's see what kind of floor does that need. Let me take another perspective. It is like a stone floor as well. Let me see if I can find a stone that could be similar, but more kind of a flooring stone. It has to be like more plain. Inside stone floor, I found this flagstone floor. I like it. And this is the one I'm going to use. So let me download it, add it. And this is pretty much, it's going to be pretty straight. It's not this one. It's a flagstone, I think it was. Yeah, here is the flagstone. So let me apply this material. Again, I'm going to make a copy to make it a bit darker, probably. We'll see if it's going to be darker or not. And I'm going to drop this material on the subject. Of course, it's looking incredibly huge. So let's go to the UVs, UV unwrap, accept. Now it's looking a bit better, but even though it's huge. And let's go to layout and let's apply 10 is too much, but probably 3 will give a very good idea. Let me see if 4. Yeah, I like 4, definitely. This is the one I like. And here we have this. Excellent. And we have it for every side. Perfect. And on the back, it should be something very black, I would say. So for this section in the back that I want to be completely black, what I would do is I'm going to create a rectangle. Let me put it here, move it up. I'm going to rotate it in this 90 degrees. In fact, minus 90 degrees. Have it in front of me. And now let's scale this in different directions until we get the right size. Let me scale that here, probably something like this. And scale it a bit more. And let's go to hit the floor. Looking good. I think it's looking good. Let me check and okay, hitting the floor. We're very close, extremely close. And let me do a bit more, something like here. And well, I cannot do it anymore because it's hitting the top as well, I think. Yeah, it's hitting the top as well. So let me put 2.5. 2.3 is going to be enough. Following the top. Excellent. And now let's expand it in the other direction, which is this one. It'll be something like this. I think it's going to cover pretty much every side. Put in here and expand it a bit more. Let's say 2.4. Good. And with that, we're covering everything. And let me put it inside here. Yeah, it's still not covering every side. So let's go for a bit more here. Move it to this center. Excellent. And let's see the corners. Yeah, everything is covered. Fantastic. Now the next part is with the UV. I'm going to unwrap this UV to have the right size. And finally, well, you can use any surface here. The important thing is that at the end it has to be very black. So let's go for the black. And black, let's go for some surfaces that we can use here. I could use this one, a copy of this one that gotta be extremely black. Or I can use something like this one as well and make it extremely black as well. You know, I like this. I would like to have one like this one. Let me see, wooden. This rusty metal could be as well. You know, I like this one. I'm going to use this one, in fact. Let me put it here. Oh, yes. Looking pretty cool. I have to say that it's looking pretty cool. Let me put it as much as possible to the back. Excellent. And here we have then our chimney. So everything is starting to fall into place. Beautiful, guys. Look at this. Let me remove, let me put on the view of the player. And this is looking really, really great. I think the next step, which will be related to add other small details for the scene. And yeah, we're arriving to that moment of saying, okay, we have our entire scene completed.